So recently I came back from the Steel City, yes baby. I went over to Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. I got to hang out with not only my family but my friends as well over the pond. I got to check out the city. I got to do one of the things that I love to do most, and that is game hunting. For years now I've been making my way over the pond, checking out some amazing stores, trying to pick up video games as I go. So make sure you stick around to the end of the video to see what I actually grab. But until then, I just wanted to shout out everybody who's been watching our videos recently, and also the people that have subscribed. Myself and Graham have recently hit 1,000 subscribers, and honestly, we are both absolutely delighted. So if you're liking the content that you see on the channel, make sure you like, subscribe, and all that fun stuff. But until then, let's get into the video. So years ago, I heard about this store over in Pittsburgh called the Gamemasters Realm. This now resides in Ambridge, and I gotta be fair, this store was absolutely insane. The stuff that was in there was absolutely crazy. In this store, they had absolutely everything you could possibly think of, from old PlayStation games to Nintendo, to old figurines and toys. It was a real trip to be around and check out. You don't usually see this sort of thing when you go into video stores, but they had a lot of import sort of stuff. They had every sort of peripheral you could really look for. It was incredible. They had a bunch of old NES games that were just amazing, and you don't usually see that many of these over here, but they were all kind of loose.
This one here, better than Tony Hawk.
There you go.
Hands down, better than Tony Hawk. Skate or die.
You need 12 of these.
You need 12 of these.
Do I know what I'm talking about? Absolutely not. Oh, dude, this is the only NES game I have that is complete in box.
I was going to say, why is it sparkly, but there was a paint splash. Yeah.
Randomly, of all the Nintendo games we have that are complete in box, that's the only one I have.
No matter what gaming generation you're looking for, you're guaranteed to find it in there, and I absolutely love these kind of stores. One of the things that you really get a sense of in these stores as well is sometimes they collect different peripheries, and I came across this PSP sort of kiosk stand thing. It wasn't for sale, but my god, if it was, it would definitely be coming home with me. It was really cool to actually see, as I've never really seen any PSP kiosk stuff before. This store, you could go in and actually play video games, and we were talking to the owner of the store, Brian, and he was telling us that basically it's a little area where people can come in and play video games and hang out, check out all the stuff, and it's also where he tests a lot of the game systems that come in. How I didn't buy this NES Advantage is beyond me. I really loved it. They had a bunch of collectible toys in there as well, which really blew us away.
Yes.
God's will. Is the end times, Lord, take me up to heaven.
Steve's cracking me up. Watch all this festival. So many cool things.
Like I say, if there's anything gaming related that you were looking for, this store was the place to go. They had absolutely every console you could think of. Boxed, unboxed, rare, not rare. It was really impressive to see. So let's get into the pickups. So the first thing that I picked up in there was actually this Pac-Man game for PSP. It was a game that I actually didn't have in my collection. So I'm really excited to play that. Next up on the list was this weird peripheral, again for PSP. I'm not going to lie to you, most of this is PSP, if not all of it. It was a really weird peripheral. So what you do, you actually stick this on the front of your PSP. So you just use the little screw holes by there, and it's like a protection thing, so it kind of holds it in place and all that kind of stuff. Now, what made me laugh was, and I didn't think about this till later, was it looks like one of those things, you know, remember back in the day when you used to have those sunglasses that like used to cover, you know, if you wanted to like block the sun out and stuff like that? It reminded me a bunch of that. Next up on the list was this PSP case. Now, this was a bit of a weird one. I'm not entirely sure if the battery works in it. Brian told me that in this bit by here, there is supposed to be a battery that will charge the PSP, and this is kind of like a media station. So back in the day, you would watch UMDs of movies and different things like that, and obviously you don't want to be sat there kind of like holding it like this. So this would kind of amplify the sound, and you'd be able to place your PSP here and be able to watch it and just sort of place it wherever you want. I thought it was really cool, and whether it works or not, I just thought it'd be a nice little stand for the PSP. Now, me and Graham are actually working on a project at the moment. It's still very much in early development, but one of the things we needed was a PSP cable. So this little cable device is really good because you can kind of output via the PSP to your TV. It's something that was a first-party peripheral. This is OEM. And I am very happy to have got this, and I got it for a really good price as well. I'm not going into any of the prices in this, by the way, because it's just, he did me a really good deal on it. But I'm very happy I picked one of these up. So one of the things over here in the UK, we had Game Station, but we never had GameStop. Now, I get this was a big thing in the US, and I came across this, again, it's like another little stand for the PSP, and I just thought it'd be fun just to place my PSP upon it, to be truthfully honest with you. So this is literally supposed to have charging capabilities. It's got headphone jacks in the side, and that will allow you to be able to sit there and watch a movie with your friend and have headphones, so you're not both like huddled around it or whatever. You can have a headphone on each side, wire it up, job done. Again, I'm not entirely sure if this has got any sort of battery pack aspect to it, but I'm very happy that it's just kind of like a stand, and it's cool because, again, we didn't have GameStop over here.
And last up on the list is this little PSP charger. This is going to be super handy for when I just want to externally charge batteries. So yeah, it seemed like a really good idea to pick this up.
So there we go. What did you think of that, guys? Did you enjoy that little pickups thing? I definitely recommend going to check out that shop. That shop was absolutely incredible, and I love finding all these stores. This is one of those things I absolutely love, finding these sorts of stores everywhere. It drives me insane that kind of like stores are shutting down, or like they're getting really commercialized or whatever. Little places like this are just a ton of fun to go into because you never know what you're gonna find. I didn't go in there with any expectations. I just went in there just to kind of have a look, see what people were finding in there, what was being sold, and I came out with a bunch of stuff that I didn't even know existed. So again, this is something that I'm gonna probably look into a bit further. I'm probably gonna open up that PSP case and see if the battery is goosed in it, which it probably is. See if I can get that up and working, because that would be a fun hard case for my PSP to go into. So anyways, guys, I'm gonna leave it there. Thank you very much for watching the video, and again, thank you very much to everyone who's subscribed recently and helping us hit that 1,000 mark. It's really appreciated. And I suppose that's all there really is to say on this one, so we'll see you on the next video.